Good evening, Grace. How are you?
I'm all good, thank you.
Yeah, very well, thank you. So it's an absolute pleasure having you on. We bumped into you on January the 3rd. It was my first of 48 race courses, and we started off at Lingfield, and there you was. And I managed to grab a picture with you, and I've learned a lot about you since. You're still a teenager, Grace, and 50 winners in the bag.
Yeah, no, things have been going well for me, to be honest. Obviously, it helps having my dad as my main supporter, who's kind of got me going to the point where I kind of exposed myself enough to get myself outside rides, and it's progressed from there, which has been a massive help to get me to that point.
So you was actually brought up with horses, or how old was you when you first sat on a horse then, Grace?
I probably was on a horse before I could actually walk. Obviously, my dad being a trainer before I was even born, I was born straight into it. Straight away, I had a pony ready for me, and I was definitely probably put on a horse before I learned to ride before I could walk, kind of thing. So I was bred into it, basically.
Brilliant. I'll go through your day then, Grace, because you're based in Newmarket there, and I've been to Newmarket and seen the gallops and that. And so, what sort of is a usual day for you?
So I live on a flat on the yard. So I wake up and go. We start at 6:45. So I wake up, turn up to the yard at 6:45, and then normally what we do, we tack our first lot up, put that horse in the walker, and then we'll quickly muck it out. And then so after about 15 minutes time, once we've mucked out everything, they're fed, hay and watered, then we'll get them off the walker, and then we'll take them for a trot and canter them, and then put them back in our stables. And then pretty much after that, we'll ride about, most days we'll probably do around 4 lots, sometimes 3 lots, depending. Obviously, some days we might not even ride out any, depending on what's been running, especially because we're such a small yard and we turn our horses out. They don't need riding out every day, so we've had quite a lot of runners. The horses might just have a day of being turned out and they'll exercise themselves pretty much out in the field. So it changes from day to day, but that's the morning routine, and we normally finish around 10:30, 11. And then obviously if I'm racing, then I'll get ready to go racing, whether it'll be an evening meeting for Wolverhampton or it might be an earlier meeting. I'll basically get myself ready, go racing, obviously have a look at my rides that day, go through the form, have a look at it and study it, and then ride the racing. And then if I'm done early enough racing, then I come home, do some stables at 4 o'clock, and we finish just before 5. And then obviously sometimes night meetings, so last race could be 8 o'clock, so I wouldn't be doing into stables because I'd be racing.
Fantastic, and very, very intriguing. It's hard work being a jockey. So if there's any youngsters who are watching in, where would you suggest they started if they wanted to become a jockey?
Here in Newmarket, we have a facility called the British Racing School, and that's pretty much where anybody who wants to kind of get into the industry, but who isn't really sure where they want to go, what they want to do, or haven't got the context, you can literally go there not having a clue about a horse or about racing, and you go there and they'll start you off from complete basics to teaching you how to ride, teaching you the industry and what you need to know, and they can progress you all the way from there. You can do, they have obviously different week courses, so like 6-week courses, 12-week courses, depending on your ability, and then once you've done that, they'll put you into a yard, and then you can work into a yard and work your way up into the point where if you love it that much, you can then go back to British Racing School and do your apprentice license or your amateur license.
Oh, wonderful. And you're an apprentice, so you get so much allowance every time you race, don't you? How does that work, and when do you lose your allowance?
So basically, when you first start off, you're a £7 apprentice, so that means you're taking £7 off the horse's weight. And basically, once you've ridden 25 winners, then you go down to a £5 claim, so then you're only paying £5 off the horse's back. And then once you get to 50 winners, then you go down to £3, and then you're £3 all the way through until you get 95 winners, and then you go professional. So it's quite a long way from your when you're on your free, it's quite a long way down to becoming a professional, but the claim always helps. It's what makes trainers usually, because you can take weight off the horse's back, so it does help a lot.
Brilliant, and you're halfway there now with 50 in the bag.
Yeah, I'm lucky enough I had a double the other week, so I'm on 52 now, so hopefully we'll keep clicking away and get down to 95.
Brilliant, and you get an odd ride here and an odd ride there. You have one at Lingfield today, and you're back at Lingfield tomorrow, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm back at Lingfield tomorrow. Hopefully that horse should run well. He's been a little bit out of form recently, but he's one of them, if things bounce back his way and he enjoys it and everything goes right for him, I think he'd be in a good shout, but he just does need everything to go right for him.
Oh, brilliant. Little each way suggested there. I
Yeah,
think.
hopefully.
No, that'd be wonderful. And so how long's father been training then?
I want to say he's been training for probably nearly 30 years, something like that. He's been training for a long time.
Wow. And his biggest winner?
Probably we had a filly win a 50 grand handicap up at Newmarket, a filly called Emily Goldenfinch on ITV. That was quite a big winner. We also won the fillies handicap in the Weather Championships there at Lingfield.
Oh wow, fantastic.
So yeah, that'd probably be his two biggest winners.
Brilliant. And so do you ride out? Do you go up the what do they call it at Newmarket? What's the gallop called up there?
We've got loads of gallops over here, but the main one is the Warren Hill.
Warren Hill, that's it. Yeah. Good. Tomo.
Yeah, we use that pretty much on a daily basis.
Does Tomo and Bob know you well?
Yeah, you always see Tomo doing his chats at the bottom of Warren Hill.
Yeah, he's been on the show several times actually. Me and Tomo, he's a great guy, and we do have a laugh and a joke. Well, Grace, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on our show. We wish you every success. A lot of our followers now will get behind you and we'll be following you. And let's hope for the next 50 winners for you. And you look after yourself and stay safe. And hopefully we'll catch up at the races again soon.
No worries. Thanks very much. Really appreciate it.
Take care, guys. Bye for now. Bye-bye.
And you. Bye-bye.
Oh, lovely girl. Super